And I just want to say something as a Bulls fan before we go into anything else. I am definitely proud to be a Bulls fan this playoffs. The effort they gave, the energy, fighting through the flu bug and Nate Robinson puking in a trash can, to Noah with the plantar fasciitis, to Dang and Heinrich missing games and the team still hanging in there, to Jimmy Butler for playing pretty much every minute he possibly could have played this playoffs, to everybody on that team. I'm very proud to be a Bulls fan this playoffs. But I am actually looking forward to Wednesday ending it and just putting a bow on this season and putting it away. Because simply for the fact of the matter is, for one thing, I am tired of all the Rose conversation. Just tired of it. It's exhausting. And I
one more
feel
game and
for
you
my
won't have
team.
to hear it anymore.
Yeah, and I feel for the Bulls. I do. I feel for the players on that team. I feel like that team is given everything they got, and you saw it last night. They have just ran out of energy. You got Nate Robinson 0 for 12, Carlos Boozer 3 for 14. As a team, they shot 25.7% from the field. I sat here yesterday and I got on you. Bad shooting, I'll give you off rhythm, but sooner or later you got to credit the defense. And I credit Miami for playing great defense. Because great defense holds the team to 9 points in the third quarter. Because that's what Miami did. They came out of halftime and they put their foot on Chicago's throat and they didn't take it off. You hold a team to 9 points in the third quarter, you deserve credit as a defense. But at the same time, I am still going to sit here and give a little bit of blame towards tired legs, tired minds, tired hearts. These guys are shot. And 25.7% for a game, to me, is just the ultimate, dude, they're done. Miami knows they're done. Miami, like I said, put their foot on their throat in that third quarter and choked them out. And I think they do the same. That's the one thing Miami learned last year. When you can put a team away, you put them away. You don't let them stay alive. And they're going to get back to Miami on Wednesday, and Miami's going to probably kick their ass again. Yeah. And it sucks because I'm really very proud of Chicago fighting it out, but they just don't have anything left in the tank, and I truly believe that. And
yeah,
it
I believe
sucks.
it too. They fought as hard as they could fight. They've done everything they could do. They've fought off all the injuries they could fight off, and they just can't fight the heat off banged up this bad. Can't do it. Not in a 7-game series. Not in the playoffs. It's a good run by the Bulls, but on to next year. And
it was.
I'll tell you what. If Rose comes back next year and re-injures it next year or does something stupid or sits out next year, I hope every Bulls fan gets on him and kicks him right out of town.
Just for being like, well, you should have just played last year in the playoffs?
Yep.
Well, as a Bulls fan, I truly hope that doesn't happen, because the main reason why I was cool with them shutting him down this year is because I'd much rather watch him for 10, 12 years than watch him just this year and have things go bad. One way or another, though, after Wednesday, there will no longer be should Rose play, should Rose not play.
That you're right about.
And that's going to be an awesome feeling as a Bulls fan. So, with the darkness of being eliminated from the playoffs, there shall be a light at the end of the tunnel. Ladies and gentlemen, we will not have to talk about Derrick Rose and his freaking knee for at least a few months. God willing. Because if we do, it means something went wrong over the summer, and then I'm going to be very upset. But Miami's the better team. There's no question about it. Simple as that. It's sad that the only other thing I will say about Chicago that I feel bad for in this situation is for all the heart and all the guts that this team has showed throughout these playoffs, they are going to be remembered in the history books for all the records of negativity that they were able to set in the past week and a half. Biggest lopsided blowout, least amount of points scored in the game, lowest field goal shooting percentage. Like, they set like 7 different franchise records this year in just a matter of a few games against Miami. And that 10, 15 years from now is what's going to be remembered
Yeah.
compared to what they really should be remembered for. And that is the fact that this team gave everything they had, but what they had just wasn't enough to beat the best team in the league.
Nope.
It really was. And I feel, and as a Bulls fan, I'm going to remember that. You know, I'll be able to look back and say, you know, hey, I know that team sent a lot of negative records, but man, did they bust their ass, and they were shorthanded and so on and so forth. But that's how they're going to be remembered in the history books, and for that, I feel really bad for them. I do.